Welcome back to the Grand Line Fantasy, everyone. Chapter 1. 1334 of One Piece has officially dropped, and I can't emphasize this enough. It's a banger. As the final chapter of 2024, Oda made sure to close out the year with a mind-blowing twist. And trust me, I have some epic theories about those mysterious characters we saw at the end. Stick around. This is going to be fun and hilarious. Before we start, if you haven't read the chapter yet, I would highly encourage you to do so. The link for the chapter is in the description below, so there will be spoilers ahead. You have been warned. Let's dive in with the color spread. There's no cover story this week. Instead, we get this amazing color spread by Oda. The Straw Hats are riding on a giant robot Frankie. This color spread must be dedicated to Frankie's voice actor, Kazuki Yao, who just stepped down from his role as Frankie at the age of 65. This color spread is a perfect tribute to his amazing work of bringing the character of Frankie to life. We are all thankful for your work, sir. The design is absolutely incredible. And I'm crossing my fingers that this becomes the next design of General Frankie in the story. Nami and Robin look stunning as always, and the rest of the crew is just vibing, doing their thing. It's chaotic and unique. This spread is vibrant, playful, and pure Oda Brilliance. We open with Luffy thanking Saul for taking care of Robin. Luffy strikes an Edo-era Yakuza greeting gesture, as Oda describes it. It reminds me of the time when Jinbei introduced himself after arriving at Wano. Robin introduces her friends to Saul. And of course, Saul knows who Luffy is. Not only that, he also acknowledges Luffy being an emperor of the sea, acknowledging what an impressive feat that is. This still does not feel real to me. Our Straw Hat crew is really a Yonko crew now, and are getting the respect a Yonko crew deserves. Lilith introduces herself to Saul, who is understandably confused since he's never met any of the Vegapunk's satellites. And then she drops the bombshell. She's planning to bring back Vegapunk's real body. Jinbei reveals a mysterious box he's been carrying from Egghead. And we learn that Vegapunk cloned himself to travel to Elbaf. Now I get it. Some fans aren't thrilled when Oda revives characters. But let's be real. This twist feels well-earned. Remember when one of the Gorosei saw Vegapunk's brain? He himself asked what death meant to someone like Vegapunk. It was all building up to this moment. So I think this was bound to happen. He is the smartest man, alive and dead at the same time. But now, not only Vegapunk, but Lilith talks about bringing back Kuma too. Now, after what Bonnie has been through, she deserves some happiness. And what better thing than to get her father back? I am conflicted on this one, though. I personally do not want Kuma to be brought back completely. It damages all the hardships and emotions we saw throughout Kuma's life. But seeing Oda's previous father-daughter dynamics, I think Kuma will be brought back. It definitely won't be quick. That will definitely take time. Maybe we see revived Kuma in the final battle or something. Who knows? Moving on. We meet Ange, Saul's assistant at the library. We visit the Walrus School, created by Saul 20 years ago. The Straw Hats are being given a tour of the place. We see this panel of little giants, kid giants trying to catch the Straw Hats. They want to catch them and play with them as prisoners. Now, I don't know if that reminded you of someone, but my mind immediately went to Road. I think he has been having some influence on these kids. Zoro asks if he should cut them. Zoro, man, get it together. Those are just kids. Big ones, but still kids. We are then introduced to a new character, Ripley. Not exactly new. We hear her name in the giant tavern when Colin is talking about going up to the Sun Realm. Now we actually get to see her, and of course, we are standing on her body. Luffy, just like before, is again stuck between a giant women's cleavage, just like Shirahoshi on Fishman Island. Oda is definitely having fun drawing beautiful giant women, first Gerd, now Ripley, and I have a feeling we will see more of them, and I am all for it. Count me in, Oda. Ripley is a biology teacher at the school, and she shares some fascinating lore. We learned something very interesting from Ripley. Apparently, Elbaf is no longer the land of fearsome giant pirates anymore. Those are considered old relics. That's what the former king of the Giant King, Harold, said. This is very interesting, as this might be the reason for Loki's hatred towards the giants. Maybe he wants Elbaf to return to its former glory of fierce giants, battles, and waging wars. We will get to that later. Ripley asks Luffy about his Gear 5th form, and everything anyone has asked Luffy about his Gear 5th, and his answer has always been the same: I am at my freest. I find that a bit weird. Also, when Ripley tells Luffy about his resemblance to a legendary warrior from old fables of Elbaf, we immediately cut away from that scene. Like, I really wanted to see Luffy's reaction to that. Luffy probably would not care about it either way. Meanwhile, Saul takes Robin and Chopper to the Owl Library. As Robin enters, the book in her hand gigantifies. Saul welcomes us to the mysterious Owl Library. Even Saul does not know how the gigantification works. I want to know, does the gigantification only apply to the books or other stuff too? My theory is that this is the work of a devil fruit. Someone or something is using his devil fruit power to make the books large. Also, we see a giant owl just chilling up there. Saul reveals that he and the giant warrior pirates managed to save O'Hara's books after the incident. This moment hits hard. Robin remembers Professor Clover, and she is happy knowing that O'Hara's legacy still lives on. We then cut to Loki in the realm of the dead. He's conversing with someone on a transponder snail. This person is introduced to be an old friend of Loki's, yet they have never met face to face. Loki calls him Mosa, which implies some kind of noble or high-ranking person. I might be crazy, but my mind immediately went to Yarul, the 400-year-old giant that is still alive. I thought he is kind of a person of high or respectable status. Maybe. Or maybe I am completely wrong and it is someone else. Loki's character keeps getting more layered. He's not just a straightforward villain. He's a guy with a vision, one that may be conflicted with his father's efforts to revolutionize the country. Mosa says that despite Loki's aggression and harsh words, he sees some kindness in him. I believed that Loki is not a bad guy from the moment he was introduced. Oda deliberately tried to sell Loki as a bad person. A bit too much, I think. As I said previously, maybe Loki is just trying to get Elbaf to the way it was before. He does not like the new idea of revolutionized Elbaf by his father King Harold, and that may be the reason he killed him. This will definitely take some amazing turns in the story. But now, the most exciting part about the chapter. Man, I got chills when I saw the last page, and I am so glad that I avoided all the spoilers. We cut to the western village. The giants are waiting for the feast and are drinking. In the nearby castle, we see black lightning emerging from inside the castle. At first, I mistook it for Conqueror's haki. I thought there was someone powerful emitting haki from inside the castle. But I was wrong. We see two cloaked figures emerging from a similar type of summoning circle that Saint Saturn and other Gorosei emerged from, except this one does not have any numbering. Then we see someone looking exactly like Shanks under the hood. The One Piece community has been speculating this for over 6 years now. This has to be Shanks' evil twin brother. Like, it has to be, right? These two have to be part of the Holy Knights. Also, I thought the summoning power was just special to the Gorosei members, but apparently it is not. That power is still a mystery. But back to the evil twin. This cannot be Shanks. If it was him, Oda would not hide the other side of his face, just like he did back when someone looking like Shanks just casually walked into the Holy Land and talked to the Gorosei. Oda has basically drawn the same panel, This has to be Shanks's twin brother. Now, if you saw the thumbnail, the character has blue hair. That's what I imagine his brother to look like. I do not want them both to look the same. Maybe a different hair color? No facial scar will be good. Since we do not know the name of this person, who is definitely Shanks' evil twin brother, I am going to give him a name. I have heard this name float around the One Piece community, and I really like it, and think it is hilarious. I don't know who came up with this name, but I will, from now, till we learn his true name, we'll call him BlueHaired Banks. Yes, that is what I will be calling him. Now, we don't know what purpose BlueHaired Banks has on Elbaf, but I am pretty sure that they are up to no good. And believe me, I am so hyped about when Luffy comes face to face with BlueHaired Banks. What will his reaction be? How strong are these two mysterious figures? Are they with Loki? So many questions. But all we can do is wait. And that's it for Chapter 1334 and the final chapter of 2024. Oda has set the stage for chaos in Elbaf, and 2025 is shaping up to be insane. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support keeps this channel alive and lets me bring you more amazing content. Until next time, keep dreaming big and sailing the Grand Line.